Coming up today on This Is True Really News, a real in-flight story told by the first person. Well, told in the third person by the first person. The first person wrote it, and the third person's going to read it. I don't know what happened to the second person. Maybe
no one does.
Yeah. So. Oh, yeah. Please like, subscribe, and for Blender.
Follow.
This is true. That's it. Follow This Is True Really News. And if you have a story for us you think we'd like, TITR at netradio.network.
And see how we can just turn it into soup.
Yep.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
Oh, that guy. 73-year-old Dennis Cargio of Glasgow in Montana. It is Glasgow, Montana. It's Glasgow if you're in Scotland.
Glasgow. Yeah, pretty
Glasgow, yeah.
And they speak Glaswegian.
No, they speak Scottish, but thanks.
No, it's Glasgow, really.
Really?
It's its own accent.
Don't they do the Gaelic thing?
Yes, but they've got their own accent.
Oh. See, I'm kind of stuck in Wales at the moment because I'm watching the Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney thing.
Oh, Wrexham.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
It's kind of fun.
They moved up a league.
They did. Not in the show, though.
Oh, okay.
We're obviously a season behind.
Yeah.
So now I'm into Welsh, which you got to admit they have some of the most entertaining words that even when they say them, I don't know what they're saying.
I think it's Proto-Hawaiian with all the consonants.
And half the vowels. 73-year-old Dennis Carcio, Glasgow, Montana. May not know your name when he greets you on the street, but he will call you out. He will call out to you anyway using your birthday. According to KRTV, it might sound something like top of the morning to you, April 11th. Or in our case, June 18th. I don't think he has a British accent either. But anyway, Carcio has memorized more than 3,000 birthdays and says, I found out he came by the talent naturally. My mother remembered all our relatives' birthdays before she started getting dementia, he said. I don't think my talent is all that special. I'm more impressed by musicians who can play a song from memory on the piano. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think I'm going with him on that one.
Still, residents of Prairie Ridge Village, where he works, enjoy the birthday guy, as he's known. He loves surprising people with their special day.
That's kind of cute. That is kind of cute.
And especially, for me, who can't remember my children's names, much less their birthdays all the time.
Yeah, we need to get a few of these people. They can do names, birth dates, and addresses, and just walk near us.
Just be like on your smartphone, except real.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. So, passenger across the aisle pretty much thought he was flying private instead of being on a commercial carrier, was constantly pressing the overhead button and making demands with no pleases, no thank yous, a constant barrage of orders. The end came when he pressed the button and shouted, "Get me a drink now! I want a scotch with a splash of soda and not too much ice." Flight attendant was very accommodating in spite of this person being a complete jerk. She brings the drink over, hands it to him. He bellows, "There's too much ice in this drink. Make me another." She was dumbfounded and flustered at this point, turned around and headed to the galley at the front of the plane. The lead flight attendant comes back and proceeds to tell this man that he needs to behave. That didn't work. He amped it up. "Do you know who I am? I'm a very good longtime friend of Mr. X. You know him, one of the executives at your airline. He's a personal friend of mine and whom I've known for years. Give me your name and the name of the idiot who can't make a decent scotch and soda." I chime in at this point. "Sir, if Mr. X is a longtime personal friend, what is his nickname?" His very good friends address him with his nickname, not his surname. Man looks perplexed, then tells me to mind my own business. The flight attendant says, Don't involve yourself. We'll handle it. I reach into my wallet, pulled out a picture taken on my wedding day with my new wife in her wedding dress and my new in-laws, one of whom is Mr. X.
No.
Uh-huh. I handed it to the flight attendant and said, I'll call the office when we land and let him know that one of his very good friends is dropping his name and treating members of the flight crew in a very unprofessional manner. Sir, may I have your name so I can tell my father-in-law that you're going to make a formal complaint against members of the cabin crew? Crickets.
Loud ones.
The lead, right? The lead flight attendant hands me back my picture, tells the guy if he touches the button again or even speaks to any of the flight attendants, the police will be waiting for him when we land. Called the father-in-law after we landed just to fill him in. Much later, I found out he pulled the passenger manifest and wrote the guy a letter banning him from traveling on the airline.
Yeah, baby. Take that, you maroon.
Yeah. When someone calls, do you know who I am? Oh, please. What a stupid thing to say.
See, as soon as those start, man,
I don't care who you know.
Don't want to know who you know at all.
No. And they're going to be embarrassed that they know you.
They probably already are. Yeah. So people can't live with them.
Ain't supposed to shoot them.
KFC Thailand has partnered with perfume experts during the Lunar New Year to create that every finger licking good something ever. To create the. They left out a word here. To create what that ever. Nope, sorry, they added a word. To create what every finger licking good fan wants.
Fingers.
Fried chicken incense. I was going to go with a mouth that actually reads the words that you're reading, but sure.
Fried chicken incense? No.
According to Oddity Central, the incense sticks look good. Yes, look good enough to eat, but don't. So if you start those puppies up, they smell like fried chicken. Can't buy them, though. They were awarded through a raffle on the KFC Thailand Facebook page under the heading, The Ancestors Be Definitely Happy Now.
That's just as dumb a thing as I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, so why aren't we wealthy? We could come up with ideas like that.
At least that's stupid. I mean...
Oh, we've come up with dumber ideas. We'd be rich.
Yeah, right. So let's go over to the Flathead Beacon, shall we? Let's read their police blotter.
A little
12:05 p.m. Some people were dumping things by a dumpster. God knows it would make me call 911. Say something.
Why don't they just put it in the dumpster?
I don't know.
No wonder they called 911.
1:35 p.m. Someone reported finding a purse behind a dumpster that they suspected had been stolen. The officer who responded found a purse containing 2 broken cell phones, a dirty toothbrush, a wallet with a Blockbuster card in it, and believes the purse was intended to be thrown away. Because that person's a shrewd investigator. Blockbuster card. 1:36 p.m. While being interviewed by officers...
that was funny in Notting Hill.
Yes, right?
It stopped being funny after that. Yeah.
While being interviewed by officers about being the victim of a scam, a woman pulled a knife on him.
On the officer?
Yes.
Huh. You didn't want to do that earlier?
No, apparently
not. While the person was pulling the scam?
4:59 p.m. A man kept shoveling snow from his yard onto the sidewalk so people couldn't walk in front of his house. I will never understand that. 5:23 p.m. 2 people were panhandling right next to a no panhandling sign. And it doesn't get worse than that.
Sir,
call 911.
The illiteracy rate is something we've talked about often. Let's not jump to conclusions.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.